Are you using the selfie camera, the front camera to film yourself with, or are you using the much better rear one? Look at these two side by side clips. Even although I'm recording at the same resolution in frames per second, I'm just a bit more natural and clearer than he is. And I have a tendency to look at my own handsome face when I'm recording, whereas I can look directly into the camera and connect with you, my viewer. So if you're using this camera instead of this much better one, then you're an idiot. I've got loads of good cameras that I could use to make content with. I've got an Insta360X4, I've got a DJI Pocket 2, I've got an iPhone, I've actually got a couple of iPhones. I've got a CAF Vicenzi 3D phone, this one. And I could use any of these to make content, but my favourite phone to use for making content is just the simple iPhone. It's so easy to use. It produces really good footage, and I really like it, and that's the one that I tend to use when I'm making footage like this, where I'm just sitting talking to the camera. But it has got a problem, and the problem is that the camera that most people use, the selfie camera or the front camera, it's a good camera, but it's just not as good as the back camera, the rear one. That's the really good camera, and that's the one that you should be using, even if you're just taking a selfie, or if you're taking some video content of yourself. And that's the one that I like to use. But the problem is that there's not a screen in the back of the camera, so you're left thinking, oh, am I fully in the screen? You might be half off, you might be half off that way, you might just have the top of your head in. You just don't know if you're actually properly in the centre of that screen. So what do? So I partially solved this by buying myself an Apple phone, which you can use to operate the camera on your iPhone. You can start it and stop it, and it's actually quite good for that purpose. But the problem with that is that once you've started the footage, anytime, and I tend to move about quite a bit when I'm filming, especially if I'm filming outside, I'll pace back and forth, and the problem is that I don't want to be having to check my phone check my watch every few seconds to check that I'm still actually in the centre of the screen. So is the only solution to use the front camera, the inferior camera, so that you can see the screen while you're filming? No, there's actually another solution. And it's a great solution because it'll allow you to use the rear camera to take selfies or to film yourself with much better quality using the rear camera. And the solution is the Synco X-View M4. It's a simple wee device. It comes in this box. It's not actually in the box at the moment because I'm using it, but I'll show you in a minute. But it comes in this lovely wee box. The box is empty at the moment because I'm using the Synco. All you get with it is the Synco device, which I'll show you in a second, a USB-C to USB-C cable, and a little magnetic ring if you don't have a phone that has a magnetic ring on it. So you get this little manual with it here, very easy to follow, no jargon. I had a quick look at this and it took me less than a minute to set it up. Here's how you set it up. So to connect this device to your camera, go into the Bluetooth settings. I'm sure you know how to do this on your own phone. Search for this device. It should automatically search for it. There you go. It's now come up. This is the device here. Tap on that. It's asking to pair. I am going to pair it. And it's now paired. It's connected. So the next thing you'll do is, on your phone, wherever you have your screen sharing app on your phone, in the iPhone it's this here, I will just connect up to the Synco. Boom. Simple as that. We are now connected up to the Synco. And whatever I film on my back camera, the good rear camera will now appear on the device. So here it is attached to my iPhone, and it's attached magnetically. It just magnetically slots straight on to the back of your phone like so. You don't have to have it in your phone, you can actually hold it in your hand if you like, and it will show you what's on the screen while you're using the much better rear camera. It has an on-off switch and a USB-C port there. That's the front of it. It's got the magnetic ring on the back that allows it to snap onto your phone. A few simple buttons. One is to start and stop the shutter on your camera. One is to change the orientation of your view, so you can change the orientation. One is to turn the brightness up and down, and one is for the volume adjustment because it makes a little beep to let you know that it's working. So it allows you to use the better rear camera as if it was the front camera, because you can actually see the screen. If you want to look at the screen, it means you're looking away from the camera, but you can just have a wee glance over every now and again and see that everything's working fine. Synco asked me to do a review on this device and they sent me it. They're not paying me a penny, but they are allowing me to keep the device. But I'll be honest with you, see, for the price that they're selling it on Amazon, I would buy this if I didn't have this one to keep. I'll leave the Amazon link in the description and you can have a look at it yourself. Currently it's 60 quid. 60 quid to be able to use the much better rear camera and have a screen at the same time. And not even a screen that needs to stay on the device itself, because you can actually hold it in your hand and stand quite far back. So if you're standing, let's say 10 metres away filming yourself for some reason, you can have this in the palm of your hand and make sure that you're completely lined up, and it still works connecting via Bluetooth. So click on the link and have a look, see what you think, and let me know in the comments if it's something that you could use. Cheerio then now.